We're on the way to Ifonche again. The Conde in the distance there over the top. The couple talking there are the new owners of the bar up here. Nice land here. Very nice day. A bit fresh up here. Now looking down you can see that there's a lot of haze down there. Whether that's the Palma volcano, I don't know. There is a fair amount above us, but you can hardly see it. I shall get a better view when I go walking. Yep, parked at the bottom of Ifonche. There's a barranco in front of us. That's where I'm going, up that one. It's the one where I had trouble finding it, and I thought there was a fire and the helicopters were about. Well, managed to start walking. Always seems to take some time to get going. There must be a way off here into the barranco, probably down at the far end. Well, I've had to take my sunglasses off. Couldn't see the screen, couldn't find the footpath up the mountain. Found it now though. There we are. Fortunately, both view ranger and Garmin are working this morning, so it's tracking quite nicely. Well, I may as well shoot some pictures while I try and get my breath back. As you can see, fairly high up. There's Ifonche. Right back there. Well, we're coming up to the first nice little stretch of this new bit of pine forest. These are small pines. As you can hear, you may not be able to see that I'm going uphill. You can probably hear I'm going uphill. Oh. Well, I've just come up there. It is uphill, and as you can see, I'm probably here. Not a sound up here. In the distance there is the edge of the caldera in the distance. Well, I've just come up a steep bit down there. You can see, I thought that was steep, but when you turn it round, it gets even steeper. The other barranco on the other side has a much higher problem, but we'll see. I'll try and make. I just thought I'd give you a view straight ahead. That is with the thing level, but it's going up there. May not look steep to you, but to me it looks steep. Well, I've come up from down there a seriously hard climb, and we'll look round this way. You can see the barranco on the other side. This is the drop into that large barranco on that side. It goes all the way up there. The mountain behind, if I can get a photo of it there, is the one we walk around when we go from Vila Floor. It's I walked to the top of that the other week. You can see the trees on top. I stood there to take some pictures. Oh, I'm going to lean back to do that. I was up there. This side is fine. There, that's the top of Tedy. But here, this is the stuff coming in from La Palma, as you can see. It's getting fairly grim It is cloud as well, so it is mixed, but there's a possible problem with dust. The people on the Palma are having to wear masks because of the amount of dust, and walking is a problem in this, so I am carrying a mask with me. Well, I'll get a bit further. This is the barranco at the right hand side of me as I walk up. As you can see, it's really quite deep. It's a big barranco, and behind it the mountain at Villa Floor, but it's a large barranco all the way on that side. Well, another seriously hard stretch, halfway up it. In front of me is that. It's a fairly rough track, not really for the faint-hearted, this walk. Some of it is on the sides of mountains with loose rock. This bit's not particularly bad, but it goes down quite a long way there. And the clouds coming in now. Fortunately both Garmin and View Ranger are working, so I do have two GPS things with me today. This is just to show how hard this is. It's a lot of rock going up. As long as you've got sticks and are fairly fit, you'll get up here, but you certainly need boots, sticks, and to be fit. But as you can see, I'm getting close to the top, so another second or so I should be able to stop and breathe. There we are, coming up to the top of this stretch. Oops, daisy, I'm walking back down the hill. The path crossed over to this side. I'm looking down the barranco on the left hand side now, and as you can see, it goes a long way down. I've been climbing all the way. The only flat bit on this walk up to now has been the first 200 metres out of in the barranco at the bottom. The rest has all been steadily fell. But as you can see, you need to know where you're going on this. Walk wrong way and you walk off the edge of a barranco. Well, I'm nearly at the point where I had to turn back last time because of what I thought was a threat from a fire when the helicopter was up here. I've given myself 2 hours to get back. I'm still going uphill, of course, nearly to the very top of this walk, so I may make it. I have about 15 minutes left in the first hour, so we'll carry on a while. This is round about where I turned back last time, having to cross there, back down. At this side, you can see the depth of that barranco. It is quite deep down there. But of course, we're getting fairly close to the rim of Teide. The cloud is still coming in. I keep watching it, if that reaches here, I expect the temperature to drop by 5 degrees. So I can forget this business of overheating. Well, this walking is not bad. It's nearly flat. It would be nice if it was like this to the top of the walk, but I suspect that will not happen. But I'm now, as I walked, when I walked from Ifonche last time, well, very close to the top of the walk now, and it is flat, fortunately. There have been more people up here, and somebody on a bike. I looked at the track down here. Earlier in the year when I walked up, there was no tracks up here. But when you look at where the edge give you a view of the edge of the caldera is up in front of us. I don't know if you can see that. That's how close to the top we are. Well, I've just come up there and come to this, which is the path going back down. So I've got to the top of the walk. It does go further up. If you want to do it, you can go to the top of Tady. But this was the original walk I planned. I'm now higher than I walked last time from Ifonche, and I came from a lot lower, so quite a good workout. I think it's time for water. Put across to the other edge, the other branco on the way down. Over there is the one in front. Let me see if we can get that for you. The smaller one. It's where I walked to it from Ifonche. That's the bigger one at the side of it. We don't go over that one. But down in the bottom there are where the vineyards start. So you're walking, well, in fact, if you look through the trees there, you can probably see one of the vineyards. Well, it's water stop, and I'll send a little message to Jamie. Well, I managed to send Jamie a message in the end. I still haven't sorted out the preset messages on there. It takes me ages and lots of pressure to do it. It's wonderful up here. So just looking at the rocks and the trees. And a big blue sky. Oh, you can still see the moon. But I've had one drink. I'll have another before I start off back down. I'm within my time limit, so going down should be faster than what it was like coming up this hill. A lot more cairns this time, so obviously people have been up here. There was a car parked at the bottom with us, so maybe there's somebody on the walk somewhere. I haven't seen anyone, but maybe we'll see them on the way down. I suppose it has been unusual when I walk on my own for me to sit down and just look at the countryside, listen to the silence. The cloud seems to be clearing and it's very nice again up here. Well, I suppose we better get going back down. I've got an hour left. We're off down into the bottom. Unfortunately it goes down and I have to climb back out of it, but I've got down these steps. Oops, a daisy. I'm not going to be able to film going down here, I need the stick. And this is the part of the walk I couldn't do last time because I turned back. There are the first vineyards on the way down, and it really is quite beautiful up here. Old terraces, been there for years, hundreds of years probably. A lot of work went into the countryside out here. So such a pity that it's all been wasted. I mean, even on that hill over there, on the mountain over there are terraces. That's the one I walked down last week. I'm now in the Branco, having walked down from the top. It looks as though it's going to go out towards the vineyards. We'll see in a while. This is quite an easy walk. It's the first time I've been on a path at low level. Just wandering down towards, so what are we going down and down? Oh, there's an interesting sign. We're on the 130, the footpath that goes the full length of the island. So I know we're going down into the forest. This is very attractive compared to the stuff on top that I've walked down. It's strange because I've still got to go down there, so at some point it must turn off this and go back up the hill. So we've got some more climbing to do. This is very pleasant. It looks as though it's going to join the path we walk from Villaflor when we go around the Embalsa. Oh, something new. And yes, it looks as though the path's turning. Oh, I wonder if this is a point where there's a single tree in the middle of the path. Well, it's still quite pleasant down here. Not enough, but oh, I've got lots of steps. Oh, didn't expect that. A set of steps going up there. I'll go up there now. Someone's put a lot of work into these steps all the way up there and making life easy for us. I should have checked my GPS before I walked up those steps, because I should have turned off at the bottom of the steps, so I've now got to go down all the steps. Oh dear. Still, it's the first time we've been lost today, so it's not bad. Well, there's a reason I didn't find the path that comes down there. There's a little cairn there, and the main path goes that way. The path I want is that one there, which you're going to see isn't very well marked. I should have come down that path from further on. I obviously missed a turn further on. It must be down the Barranco, but I'm now back on the path. I'm walking down towards the vineyards now, just past the house on the side, and decide which way to go. I presume it's down and round. No, it's up to the right. To this, I'm supposed to be going up this hill which goes around the house. Oh, this is a problem. That may be the footpath that it's talking about down there. Yeah, I'm back on the path now. This is obviously not walked at all. There's no sign of footprints anywhere, so I'm going to have to watch the map for a while. This is become familiar kind of footpath. It's going down to the bottom of the Barranco. The far side up that hill is where I walked earlier, and last time when I had to give up the walk, I joined this path further on. It now looks similar to the path that I joined last time I walked up here. You'll see in a minute when we get round the corner. Yes, it's definitely not walked normally, this path. I'm going to go up that hill. There is a path goes down there. In fact, I need to go down this path down here and up that hill. It's going to drop me into the bottom of a barranco. I'm going to have to climb out again. There's serious hills in the way now. Oh well, we will see. I don't think anyone comes down here. When I crossed this path there, which is, I had to find my way through undergrowth on this path, I could smell the figs. And there's a fig tree full of figs. No one knows it's here. I've picked what I can. I've now got sticky fingers. But saves me going down to the barranco at Ifonche. And we've got some figs for tea. This path has got a bit iffy. That's the path. You can hardly see it, and obviously it's never been walked for years. So I'm having to be a bit careful around this. I don't want to squash my newfound figs, but I've also got to stay on the path. The path here is really difficult to follow. That's the barranco. The path goes over there. It's not being walked at all, so I'm going to have to be careful. No filming. Well, you can probably see the path in front of us there, but I'm going down a hillside without any path on at all, and it's across the hillside, very steep. But we're nearly there now. Right, through the hard bit and climbing out now. I expect to get to the stage where I met this path last time I walked up here, and I get over this bridge and further on. As I said, I expected to be able to have to climb again, and sure enough, there we go. Yeah, oh, cans. Somebody has been this way. Right. There's a large cairn there. I did see another one, but I think I need to be that way. I'm going to have to go back to the path goes over there, this way, and out over the other side. It's only just visible. This bit of path is, I came down there last time I got lost on this walk, and finally found this path at this point and walked back from here. Whoever's put the cairns up must have come down the barranco. They certainly didn't come down the path I've been down. But now we'll be back on the path I came up on once we get above the top of this. The last bit of path behind me was across the rock, and there wasn't a path at all. Fortunately, there were some cairns, and of course I've got GPS, another cairn, so people have walked this way and marked it. We're nearly back to the path I came up on. This is the last part of the loop round the top, so I shall have done the whole walk today. But the second half is probably much prettier than the first half. At least they've been in pines with pine needles on the path, although at places the path did disappear. I'm now on the path I came up on, and although it's downhill and not so hard physically, it's still, well, it's now starting to have an effect on knee joints, of course. But I see a bird. But it's quite pleasant and it's cooler now. So I've got 20 odd minutes to get back from here, which is a bit of a push, but shan't be very late. I'm getting lower now, but I'm beginning to walk into the cloud, and the temperature is beginning to drop. But then it's not that bad. On that side is one big barranco, and on the other side there's another giant barranco. I'm walking down the centre. It's all rock from now on until we get back into the forest, which is further down. I'm going down another rocky path. I think this is the last long stretch of difficult terrain. Oh, dear me. There we are, flattened out again. Looks like it. Unfortunately, there is a steep bit after this. We'll see in a minute. Right, we're going down, but it's not as bad as the other one, this. But you do have to watch your footing as you're going down this. It is a bit iffy, and we are getting closer to the barranco. It's a matter of which way around to go. There we are. Oh, you can see the bottom of the barranco now, but you can also see the cloud coming in. A long downhill stretch now to the access to the barranco further down. I'm supposed to be back in 10 minutes, so I'm going to be a bit late. But this is always difficult because of the pine needles on the rocks, so I give up on filming. We're off the rocky bit and back into the young pine forest, which is near the start. Be a bit careful because lots of water runoffs down here with trenches in the middle of them, which causes a problem. But as you can see, we went through. Well, I'm not quite sure whether I got any pictures at all from the last 5 minutes. When I looked, the settings had been changed as I messed around with the camera. But we're down near the bottom now. The nice young forest. Oh, walker on the other